Yo, what's good, y'all? See for the kingdom, we back. One thing before we start this video, if you do want to support the channel, I'm not asking for no Cash App donations, anything like that. If you rock with my videos and if you like what I put out, if you like my content, the best thing you could do for me is hit the like button on my videos. Please hit that like button. But yeah, let's kick it off though. I wanted to talk about my semen retention journey. Now, when I started semen retention, I wasn't really doing it for So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the semen retention benefits I gained, So when I started semen retention, I wasn't doing it for like any type of benefits, but you will get benefits though. You know, that's just the inevitable truth right there. You're gonna see benefits, especially if you're doing it for the right reasons as well. Like, when I got on semen retention, I didn't really even know what semen retention was. I was just doing it because I knew watching porn was not what God wanted me to do, and I knew that me fornicating, it wasn't the move. It wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. So I knew I had to stop doing those things. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stop releasing my seed, and that's what happened. And then I came across, semen retention videos. I came across Mark the Messenger's channel. If y'all don't know who that is, he's a truth content creating YouTuber. He pushes all this same fire. If you watch my videos, he got a bunch of game, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out Mark the Messenger too, man. If y'all ain't subscribed to his channel, then make sure you follow him, subscribe, all of that. But anyway, yeah, so when I hopped on SR, I started coming across all these videos of his, and I found out the benefits. And the first thing about SR, when you get on SR, you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna be like, damn, this is when I was beating my meat, when I was over here fornicating, looking for women to pump and dump, smash and just use, I felt drained. But then when you start retaining your seed and when you hop on SR, you're gonna feel full of life. You're gonna be more energized than the average person. Because if we just keeping it real, the average person is out here fornicating, lusting after women, you know what I'm saying? The average man is spirit, they're just not spiritually in tune like that. Because whenever you constantly releasing your seed, you not even all the way there in your head, you know what I'm saying? Because bro, I'm telling you, if your seed gives life, if your seed creates a life, and if you releasing that every 2, 3, 4 times a day, or if you out here just smashing any chick, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna feel drained. Now it's different, if you having sex with your wife, you know what I'm saying, because that's your wife, so it's a different feeling. And I can say that now because I'm married. But when I was just fornicating with whoever, I'm telling you, I always felt bad every time. I always just felt drained after. The next day, bro, I hate when people try to act like semen retention don't have any type of benefits. Semen retention's not real. The benefits aren't real. Bro, just put 2 and 2 together. It's whenever you pump and dump, you get that post-nut clarity, Whenever you jerk off or something like that, you know what I'm saying? You get that post-nut clarity. You get that guilt. And then no wonder why the next morning at school or work or something like that, or just anywhere, you don't really have that energy. You're kind of low vibrational. You don't really feel like doing much of anything, because that life, you just got the life took out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get how people don't see that there's benefits to semen retention. So if you feel low vibrational, and if you feel just like crap after, then imagine how you would feel if you wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So there's I'm telling you, the benefit, it's night and day, bro. And when I was doing those things, I was just like, bro, is this like, is this what I was like, bro? I could have been on self-improvement, semen retention like this whole time, like cause I think I started, like, you feel me, I started watching, you feel me, the websites and all that probably when I was like 14 or something like that, right? And bro, like, when I stopped doing that, I started to see, like, I was in the gym. I had a lot more energy to just do things, you know? I had a lot more energy to go to the gym, to just, like, to just do things, bro. I can't speak for everybody, but when I was doing those things, watching the websites, doing all that stuff, like, I didn't have motivation to do anything, you know? I just wanted to play the game or whatever. I just wanted to scroll on my phone or anything like that. So semen retention is gonna give you like that, like, well, it gave me this. It gave me like an ambitious drive to like accomplish goals or just do like anything I put my mind to. Like I was doing it. If I wanted to wake up early, if I wanted to plan on going to the gym the first thing in the morning, if I wanted to eat this certain way, like, I was doing that, and I wasn't copping out on my goals. And like, it's like I said, like, when you're on SR, you're like, you're just more there, like, in the spirit. You're more there mentally. Like, when you're jerking off and smashing and dashing, like, you're not even really there. So when I saw this new side of life, I was like, bro, I'm never, like, bro, this is crazy, bro. This feels good. And like, I thought I was never gonna go back to, like, you know, to fornicating and, you know, watching porn and all that. And I ended up going back, but I'm gonna get to that though. But like, at first I was like, oh, this feels great. Like I don't ever see myself, you feel me, watching porn, none of that. So when I was doing all those things, like, I didn't really start to see like the female, because that's another thing too on semen retention. Like, you do want to make sure that you're keeping up with your body, you're like still working out. Like, you want to make sure that you're doing something productive on semen retention. You don't just want to be just like retaining your seed and not like really like working on yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be in the gym, you want to find like a trade, you want to find like a new like skill or something like that and work relentlessly at that. And mind you, at this point, before I hopped on SR, like, I was just like a skinny dude. I was just going through like a breakup or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a skinny dude. I was like 22. Yeah, I think I was 20. I think I was either 21 or 22. But I was just going through a breakup. I was probably like 130 pounds. Like I never got heavier than like maybe like 150 in my life. And that 150 was fat. Like, that 150 was like skinny fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like chubby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like 130 was like bro, I was skin and bones. So I was like, man, man, I'm gonna get swole. Like, I'm gonna create a new me. And at that, you know, I was seeking God. I was seeking the kingdom of God. I was going to the gym. I was eating healthy. I had goals. I was on semen retention, bro. Life was great. Life was the best it had ever been to me in like those 4 to 5 months. Like, it was great. And then what happened was I started seeing the female benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm telling y'all, bro, like, semen, like, people just gotta understand, bro. Like, semen retention is very, very real, and the benefits are real too. Because with me, I'ma just be real. My whole life, like, I was never like on the top of the food chain. Like, I never really got females like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like here and there I would get them, but not like, you know, I didn't have it like that, you know, if that makes sense. You know, I wasn't just, you know, I could take my pick and boom, like, you know, I had the finest one in the room. It was never like that, you know what I'm saying? But like it was rare, you feel me? I would get a baddie, like, rare. And when I got on SR, like, it was kind of like I kind of let the female attention get to my head. Now, by no means was I like, hey, you know, okay, now I got this female attention. Now I'm just gonna go out smashing and dashing effing all these hoes. Like, that was never my intentions, because I had a genuine heart towards God. So I wasn't trying to, I wasn't trying to compromise myself because I had it all going for myself, you know what I'm saying, at this point in my life. Like, that would be so like I just didn't want to get down like that, because like I was all in and God built me up, and then okay, yeah, now I got some hoes now, so now I'm going all in. Like, that would be like that would be kind of simp if I was to do that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get to that too, because I did end up falling short. But like, the female attention though, on semen retention, like, it felt good. The female attention felt good because I had never got it for the first time in my life. Like, I was getting baddies, like 10s though. Like I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but for the first time in my life, like I was going, like, bro, I was like 99.9% from the field. Like, any chick I would walk up to, like, I was getting their number, I was getting their Instagrams, like, and I wasn't even trying to bag them or nothing like that. I wasn't trying to like spit game or nothing like that. I was just being myself. I was just confident. I was just talking to them. And for the first time in my life, I had it with the women, like, and it felt so good. Like, it felt really good to, like, I wasn't doing it with any type of pride or nothing like that, but I just, like, for the first time in my life, I felt confident in myself. And I knew I looked good too, like, because I was going to the gym. I was in the best shape of my life. So I was really like walking in my authority as a man. I felt like a king, So, damn, hold on, my fault, y'all. So the light on my tripod, it ended up dying. So, I had to move in this light. But yeah, like I was saying though, I was really walking in my authority as a man. And for the first time in my life, like, I felt like a king. And I felt like a king because, I was on semen retention. I was going to the gym, and most importantly, I was locked in with God. Like, bro, I'm telling you, that's really what makes a man a king in this life. Is you full on, like you are seeking God's heart in this life. That is how a man becomes a king. If he fears God and he hates evil, a righteous man. But that's the high value, honorable man in 2025 and just in life in general. But anyway, like, but it's like I said, I'm on semen retention, and this is the first time in my life, like, I'm really getting baddies. Like, I'm really getting like 10s, like, and it's like I said, like, my whole life I never had that. And it ain't even that I was like an ugly dude or nothing like that, but I always had like a handsome face or whatever, but like I wasn't really working on myself like that, like I didn't really I just wasn't who I am right now. So I didn't really have it like that, you know what I'm saying? But when I was on this path right here, when I was on semen retention, when I was locked in with the Most High, when I was fully committed to that path, this point in my life, like, everything was going smooth. And it's like, bro, I never had it like that. But now, like, females is coming up to me. Females want to talk to me. Females trying to get my Instagram, my number. They trying to get locked in with me. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, I'm talking about baddies too. Like, I don't want to put them up on a pedestal or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, like, the real fine, like 10s, you know what I'm saying? Like 9s and 10s, like, and like I said, I'm not putting them up on a pedestal, but these, like I was getting some good quality ones, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm laughing is just because, like, before I wasn't used to that. Like, I wasn't used to getting the good ones, you know what I'm saying? Like to getting basically, I wasn't used to getting the females that every other guy, like, was like, oh, damn, like, oh, she bad, like, da-da-da-da. And she just made it hella easy for me. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, bro, that's what's up. And, but I never let it, like, puff me up in pride or nothing like that, because I was never moving with, like, ill intentions towards any of these females, like, who was trying to get with me, trying to, vibe with me or anything like that. Like I was never moving with any ill intentions towards them. So it was just, like, and that's another thing too. On semen retention, like you're gonna start to see like females for who they are, because you think, like, you see things spiritually, and you're gonna see that like a lot of these baddies, or these, like, these really attractive females, especially the worldly ones, the ones that wear all the makeup, and they look bad as hell on Instagram, but then you see them in person and you like, damn, like, you feel me? Like I'm not trying to say that, you feel me, they butt ass ugly or nothing like that, but you're just gonna see that like the filters and the Instagram, like it's all like an illusion. Like some of these chicks ain't even really bad like that. You just gonna look at them in person and be like, damn, like you fake as hell. Like what's like, nigga, the butt, the breast, all of that, nigga, like they just look like artificial. But I'm not even talking about that. Like you're gonna see them for their spirit. So like you're gonna be able to detect on semen retention a righteous woman, a wicked woman. Like you're gonna be able to see these females for exactly who they are. So that's one of the good things about semen retention too, is it gives you eyes. Like it makes you more like in tune with your spirit. It makes you more spiritual. So you're gonna start to see everything else along with these women in a spiritual way. So that way, like, you won't be so easily to get like manipulated or lied to or anything like that, because you already gonna see these games and these tactics coming before you even deal with them. So yeah, bro, that's another good thing about SR2. But yeah, like I was saying though, for the first time in my life, I had it like that, and it was so like overwhelming, because I was like, yo, this really feels good. And it's like I said before too, like I never moved with that like intention of like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sleep with these hoes now that I got them, you know what I'm saying? Because I hopped on SR because I wanted to please God. I hopped on SR because I knew that fornicating, watching porn, living in my lust, like I knew it wasn't the way, like I knew that I had to give that up. And I knew that from like a very young age. Ever since I started like dabbling in that type of stuff, like I knew it was never the way, because every time I fornicated, every time I hit the websites, like I always felt bad after. So, but that conviction, like I always knew that I had to walk into a more healthier path in life. And that path was Christ. So yeah, like when it came to my intention behind it, it was never for any vain reasons. So it just felt good, and I never had the intention on sleeping with any chicks, but I guess I would say I edged in a certain way. But I wasn't out like linking up with, you feel me, females, or trying to like just like kiss them, or you feel me, finger them, or like I don't want to get too explicit, but I'm just keeping it real. Like I wasn't trying to do like nothing, like, cause some people will do sexual things like that, like make out with a chick, or like do that other stuff, but just not have like intercourse with them, so they're not like releasing their seed or nothing like that. Like, nah, I'm not doing that, because yeah, like I'm just not doing that, because like I'm not gonna lie, like if a person, like, bro, like if you put yourself in a situation like that where where like you one-on-one with a chick, and if she maybe come to like your house or something like that, or if y'all in the car, y'all just vibing out, kicking it, right, then you're gonna open yourself up a door that you'll be like, damn, like, and you're gonna fall short, because like you thought it was gonna be nothing, but it got took to something else, and it was something that was kind of just out of your control. Like I wouldn't say that, but it was a door that you opened, you know what I'm saying? So I would say on semen retention, don't, like, I'm not saying, like it's bad to go out on dates and to hang out with a chick. Like, I'm not saying that at all. You know, you should do that, but I wouldn't recommend to be inviting them to your house alone or anything like that, or, you know, going to their house alone, because, like, who knows what could happen, you know? And, like, it's not even saying but that you're going into those situations with those type of intentions, but, you know, one thing leads to another, and then, you know, stuff just happens after that. But I wouldn't say I was edging, though. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, it felt so good not to have that pride and ego of just me being able to you know, to get, like, whoever I wanted. It was never like that, but it felt so good because I had confidence for the first time in my life. Like, it was never because, oh yeah, if I could get any female I want, I could knock anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like that. It was just because, damn, like, I really feel confident in what I say. I really feel confident in how I walk. I just really feel confident to be me, you know, and I never felt that in my life. So, damn right, I was going up to every chick I could, like, every chick who, like, I thought was, like, pretty fine or something like that, who I already kind of peeped. They was, like, kind of, like, you feel like I was getting, like, females, like, staring at me, like, everywhere I went, at the gym, at the store, at the airport, like, every place I was going, like, females was staring at me for the first time in my life. Like, I was getting female attention, like, from a lot of females. And I was like, bro, this feels good, bro. So what I would do was, you know, I used to do this. I would go up to females. I would just go up to them, try to get their number, and I got their number just to say I got it. Like, not even to, like, boast about it or to, you know, go tell people I got it, but just to, like, be like, yeah, like, nigga, like, and, like, I wasn't trying to, like, use them or nothing like that, or, like, you know, lead them on or anything like that, but I would just get their number, or, you know, bro, just, like, make them laugh, flirt with them, but not even in, like, a forcing way. I was just being me. I was just being myself. Like, they was on my vibe, bro. Like, I was feeling good at this time in my life. They was just vibing off. They was, like, vibing off of the energy I was bringing. So it felt good to have that. So you damn right, I was like I was just keeping my confidence, like, fresh, you know, like, cause I'm like, yo, this feels good. And, like, before I hopped on SR, like, I'm telling you, this is the type of confidence you will get when you're on SR, right? So before I hopped on SR, mind you, I had just got out of a relationship. Bro, I didn't even know how to talk to a female. Like, I was not confident at all. Like, I'm telling you, I was literally going up to females. This is pre-SR. I was walking up to females like, you have a boyfriend? Or it's like, bro, I was like, and they was like, they don't, like, when you dealing with a female, they don't care, like, if you attractive or if you're handsome or anything like that. If you don't know how to talk and if you're not confident, bro, that just turns them off. So you have to be confident in what you're saying. You got to be funny. You got to make them laugh. Like, I'm telling you, that energy, they're going to feed off that. They're going to feel good around you. And especially if you shining, you know what I'm saying? If you a God-fearing man, but that's going to make you even more high value right there. So, yeah, like, I wouldn't say, like, a lot of haters are probably going to watch this video and be like, oh, bro, this nigga was probably full of himself. Nah, I was just confident. I wasn't too prideful. I didn't, like, you know, like, I knew my place. And I didn't have bad intentions with, like, any female I was, you know, talking to. Like, I never wanted to, like, lead them on or just be able to say, you know, that, like, I had a bunch of bitches or anything like that. It was never like that. I know that's how a lot of men roll, but that wasn't my intentions, though. You know what I'm saying? And you know, on that walk, it was a lot of women that, like, wanted to take me seriously, you know, but that wanted to, like, bro, they was, like, doing, like, They was doing things for me. And I was like, bro, like, what? Like, this is crazy. But at the same time, like, when you dealing with somebody, like, God will let you know if that person's like really for you or not. I'm telling you, bro, like, like, I can only speak for myself, but whenever I was with somebody who I wasn't supposed to be with, whether it was like a talking stage, dating, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just know, like, you just have that feeling when like, bro, if it's not blessed by God, you're gonna know off the bat. You're gonna know off the bat if that person is for you or not. And I know that feeling now because I'm married. So, like, you know, I know what it feels like to have a person who was actually sent by God. So when I was dealing with these other people, like, I never really wanted to take them serious. Like, it's not that I didn't want to. I just knew that like, you know, they wasn't the ones. Like, them females I was dealing with, like, they wasn't the ones. Because when God, like, it's like I said, when God like gives you a wife, like, you're gonna know, like God has to bring her like to you. And that's another thing too, like, it's gonna feel so authentic, it's gonna feel so like real, it's gonna feel genuine, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so like, that's why, you know, like, the females who I was, you know, talking to, risen up, and I'm telling you, I wasn't even risen them up in like no lustful way or nothing like that. I was just being me. I was being funny. I was being charismatic, all of that. And that's always the type of person I've been to. I've always been a charismatic person. But, you know, I just, like, I was always a skinny kid. Like, you know, I didn't really have a glow up until I was like 22, 23 years old. So when I hopped on SR was when I gave my life to Christ. Like, I really felt that for the first time in my life, and it felt great. So I'm like, bro, like, I should have been on this years ago. So yeah, like, honestly, like, my lust ended up getting the best of me. And when I say it like that, I was like, you know, like, I was like, you know, I'm not gonna fornicate, but I'm gonna just dip my toes like in the waters. And what I mean by that is, like I said, you know, I never like made out with nobody or did no like explicit stuff, but I was like, for sure, I was, you know, I was talking to people, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know, how I said, one thing ended up leading to one thing led to another, and I ended up falling back into that. And the thing about that too is, when you relapse back into the fornication and in the, you know, masturbating, whatever the case is, like, you're gonna want more, bro. And that's the one thing about the flesh too. Like, the flesh is never pleased. So that's why when you do things like, when you masturbate, when you fornicate, when you smoke that blunt and drink, or, you know, whatever type of vice you have, overeating, anything like that, whenever you doing things like that, your flesh is never pleased, because those things are of the flesh. So whenever you smoking, fornicating, masturbating, that's why you want to do it again, and you want to do it again, and you want to do it again, because you constantly get in that dopamine rush off of whatever you're doing, because it's like a high. And you constantly think that the next high is gonna be better than the last one, but really all that's doing is that's tricking your mind into making you do something that you regretted earlier. And it's, oh yeah, nah, but it's gonna be good this time, it's gonna be good this time, and then boom, you back like, damn, like damn, why did I do that, bro? I used to do that all the time, every time I fornicated. But then I had to take accountability, and I'm like, yo, nobody made me smoke that blunt. Nobody made me go to that girl's house or, you know, link up with this girl and do what I did with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody forced me to do those things. So every time I got pissed at myself, like, I was pissed at me. I wasn't pissed at nobody else. Only person I was ever mad at was me. And that's the way that you got to do things in life, because accountability is key. If you don't, if it's always somebody else's fault, if you can never point the finger at yourself, like, you're never gonna grow in life, bro. And that's really what, like, a lot of people have a problem with. They don't want to be humble for 2 seconds and just be like, yeah, you know what, I was wrong. I was wrong. Maybe I should. Like they just don't really want to do that, bro. And that right there for me was the best option I could ever do in my life. Like, that was the best way to take, was just, because we all make mistakes and we all learn. But the only way that you're ever gonna grow is by taking action and taking accountability on your mistakes and moving on from that. So yeah, I ended up falling back, and I'm telling you, it was hard. Like, it was hard to get my life back, because, like, it's like I said, the flesh just kept wanting more and more and more and more and more and more. And I probably went like I was cold. Like, I was cold for like 6-7 months, bro. Yeah, I was cold for 6-7 months. Like, and like I didn't really have no prayer life or anything like that. I was feeling the conviction, like God never fully like abandoned me. But he was just like, yo, you got to get right. You know what I'm saying? And also with that too, I wasn't really like he left it up to me to really be accountable, because that's the thing about just like anything in life. If you don't want it, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. And that's why I put that into living for God, repenting, trying to like seek God's heart, because a lot of people will get on this walk, but their heart won't be in check, And I always bro, I had to make sure that I had a genuine heart towards living this type of life. And yes, I did fall short, but it took me a long time to really get my fire back, because I had to put aside my lust of certain things and putting aside things of the world and really focusing on what's important. Because I started it with the right intentions, but then my flesh, it got weak, and I ended up falling short, and it was hard for me to get that back. But what I'm trying to say is, you have to move with a genuine purpose in anything you're doing, especially when living for God, because like discipline and all of that, like, it's only going to take you so far. Like if you have a diet, if you're working out, if you're trying to, if you're trying to get better at a skill, if you're trying to live for God and really repent, your discipline's only going to take you this far, but your purpose is what's going to persevere you in life. Like, your purpose is going to persevere all the trials, all of that type of stuff. Now, by no means is living for God easy or anything like that, but your purpose is what's going to really persevere you. Because I'm telling you, bro, there's going to be a bunch of obstacles, a bunch of trials that's really going to come to really take you off of your path, discourage you, like just like try to make you give up on the end goal. But when your heart is really genuine towards God, towards like the kingdom of God, when you really after God's heart, like, I'm telling you, like, it's a cakewalk, because you know that no matter what, like, you gonna persevere through whatever, because you backed up by the Most High. And like your genuine heart towards him is what got you covered, bro. And that's what makes you a chosen one. That's what makes you anointed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, straight up, bro. So yeah, like, I fell short. I saw the benefits of SR. I experienced all of it. But my advice to anybody would just be, it's not worth it. It's not worth, it's not worth it. And that's why I shared my story, because there's nothing wrong with the female attention and all of that. But as long as, like, just as long as you don't put yourself in a situation that you know is gonna end bad. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this video, man. Appreciate y'all. If you did end up liking the content, if you liked the message, hit the like button for me. Please show some love and support me, man. Don't just be sitting here watching. If you made it this far, you gotta hit that like button. You gotta hit that like button. We almost at 900 subscribers. We going up. Like I said, I'm not looking for no money, no donation, none of that. The best thing that you could do is hit the like button for me. That's the best thing you could do. So appreciate y'all. Much love. Instagram, YouTube's going up. We all advancing. Keep persevering, man. I'm telling you, man, and keep just keep fighting, you know. In this walk, only the strong is gonna survive. And you know, like, if you walking with God, man, if you got that genuine heart towards him, like, I'm telling you, you gonna fall, but you gonna get right back up though. And that's what makes you strong, you know. But that's what makes you a real soldier. So much love to all y'all. Stay up out here. Appreciate y'all watching.